Excuse me. Wow. Good morning, everybody. I don't know. Good morning. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. 1 second. All right. All righty, everybody. Nope. Stop it. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and cover some news really quickly. And then we'll go over the watch lists. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Yep, that gap's looking pretty good. We're gonna see where we open up at, of course, because now we're opening up close to my put entry, or my bounce level. So definitely could see just a pop up to around the 167 level, but we'll of course see what happens. Let me tweet that out. Just tweeting all this stuff really quick. Alrighty, I think that's good. All right, there we go. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our news. If I could pull it up, there you go. Alrighty, so Wall Street futures slid as investors braced for a U.S. inflation report that could force another supersized hike of interest rates and start an earnings season in which profits will be under pressure. European shares fell, gripped by concerns over energy crunch, supply crunch in Asian markets. Japan's Nikkei closed in the green after the country's coalition government boosted its majority in the upper house of parliament in an election on Sunday, while Chinese stocks saw the biggest slump in 7 weeks as a rise in domestic cases of COVID-19 and concerns over policymakers exiting monetary easing dented sentiment. Gold prices weakened while the dollar gained. Oil prices declined as the markets braced for new mass COVID testing in China potentially hitting. Of course, U.S. completes 10 airline refund probes, plans enforcement actions. We saw a G20 watchdog to propose first global crypto rules in October. Also, big U.S. banks, second quarter profits to tumble on higher bad loan reserves. Second quarter profits at big U.S. banks are expected to fall sharply from a year earlier on increased loan reserves as pandemic recovery gives way to a possible recession. Twitter slides after Musk. Of course, we all saw this coming, but Twitter ended up pulling out of Elon. Elon ended up pulling out of Twitter. And of course, that sent shares hurtling to the downside. We see a lot of social media stocks seeing a little bit of a gap down now. This one apparently is trending is trending because of a downgrade by Needham. Hold on one second. Ooh, applesauce. Applesauce is in the fridge. No. Sorry, I'm dadding this week too, so but anyway, so other than that, guys, that pretty much wraps up the majority of the news. There was a little headline to keep in mind that China has imposed fine on technology giants Alibaba and Tencent, as well as a range of other firms for failing to comply with anti-monopoly rules on the disclosure of transaction, the country's market regulator said on Sunday. Must be nice to have monopoly rules. Ellie wants applesauce. It must mean we're green today. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that. All right. So anyway, we've got thank you guys. Meta's gonna crash hard once Apple drops its new VR headset in September. Samir, listen, I'm 100% with you. If you guys are here on TikTok, you guys can see better and hear better on YouTube if you wish. The link is in the bio. I think at least. Hopefully, it's not lagging right now. No, I think we're good to go. All right, so that brings me to Meta, which of course I know a lot of you guys are licking your chops because we are sitting in range, are just on the cusp of the range. Big gap down, moving all the way from 170.75, gapping down to we actually tapped 166.65, which if we go across, why is this a level? 1, 2, candle close, wick, candle close, candle close, candle close, tap there, tap there. Another group of candle closes here. So this is a one of the downside levels that I was looking at. And then to the upside, and nothing has changed. And I posted my analysis in the Discord, so you guys are welcome to check that out. Discord won't send a verification text. Anyone else? I might have to change those settings. I'm not really sure because I've noticed that something's been going on with it, but I'll check it out in a minute. Anyway, so this range, and I'm going to zoom in here so we can see a little bit better. So 168.20, 168.15. You can see candle closes here. You can see a pretty sizable wick bouncing off of it before we ended up shooting back up to 172.73. So I will be looking for a push up there for the gap fill. There is a pivot point there at 169.50. Understandably, if you are scalping or day trading, which I may end up utilizing the hotkeys. One second. All right. I tell my daughter to use a whisper voice, and she's like, starts yelling, "We got!" So anyway, between this 168.20 and this 166.50, Meta's off limits. Okay, gap fill to the upside, no problem. I'll go ahead and I'll likely use next week's contracts, 170 strikes, and then light on those. So for me, my account, I'm probably going to look to take 2 to 3 contracts of next week if the price action is decent enough. And then on the contrary, well, adding weeklies if the price action supports that. But if we do end up bouncing up, okay, 167.50, the median here, and the 168.20 that I told you, those are rejection levels as well. So it doesn't just because we have a gap, and this is a huge gap, so we can gap and go. I would be looking for a break out of this range for either direction or a rejection off of one of the tops or the bottom of these ranges in order to take it to the up or the downside. Yeah, the link is in the bio. So past that, we've got Tesla. And of course, they got downgraded by Wells Fargo, which was to 820, which is still above where they're at currently. And pre-market, or one of the members actually pointed out that this thing has already tapped 770. It actually hit 778, 22. Two candle closes at 775, right? And if you step back and you go and look at that level, that is a previous rejection level. It's not to say that we can't go any higher. I have levels around 787 and 790 as possible moves to the upside to watch for. Ultimately, this level here, which is 180 or 782, that's where I would anticipate that happening. Watch for a rejection off of 769.33 or Friday's close. Since we have technically gapped down. So there's a possibility for a quick gap fill to the upside. If you see a rejection, I do have one last thing to watch for on Tesla, and that's this dynamic hourly trend line starting from our lows on July 5th. And we're all bunched up here. So this is essentially, right, could set up to be a high probability play as long as you don't include yourself in anything that's shorter in expiration if we end up chopping around, which can happen, and is set up to possibly do so. So we could see a tap up here, 775.60 or pre-market highs, possibly a rejection, a pullback. And then, of course, this is bilateral. These break down all the time. And, of course, we could see a breakout on Tesla. So, um, and all the homies are watching AMD. So I've got this one on the watch list here. This one has gapped down. To around $78. So this is a really, 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 really interesting setup. And if you're a new trader, I wouldn't actually be opposed to having this one in focus. It actually looks really, really good. As far as just technicals, right now you've gapped down. I haven't moved a thing. I haven't moved a single line, a single level, but you have moved down to $78, which is right around this dynamic trend line, just like we saw on Meta or Tesla, excuse me, Meta and Tesla, excuse me. So starting from our lows, this is July 5th when we bounced. This one does have a gap to the downside that we can keep our eyes peeled for if we do break this trend line. And that trend line, or this gap, is right about here. So 75.30 to 77.11 or 77.11 to 75.30. Give me 1 second. Instacart. All right. So anyway, this one's sitting on that dynamic trend line, sitting on top. So don't let your eyes uh, get too wrapped up in what's happening here, but also pay attention to this. All right. Do you guys see this little zone here between 76.50 and 78.13? Right. So we talk about this all the time. If the ceiling becomes the floor, if the floor becomes the ceiling, and then, right? This is where that happens, right? And this is there's a couple of key levels. You can already see the point of control flirting around this level, but it's going to be 77.25. That's the median in there. So if you do fall into, and you could see a little retest if you do break, but if you do fall below $78, I would be watching for a push down to about 77.50. We've got 77.25 and then ultimately potentially falling to 76.50, which is what 50% of the gap. 50% of the gap. So right around that 50% mark. And anytime we're looking at a reasonably sized gap, a lot of the times we can see a retest of the top of that gap at the 50% mark. So AMD, Tesla, and Meta all looking reasonable here in pre-market. Meta's gap kind of terrifies me, but that's okay. Oh wow, they is that I thought it was from to $52. So What's up? Schmott Poker. Okay, morning pot smoker. They're very good. Loving that. Uh, High invest in Lilium. Lilium? Lilium private jets. Oh, you own a private jet company? Send me the PJ then, friend. Trying to take some flights real quick. China is almost back to an open rebellion. Dude, people are going ham bony, dude. This is an interesting time to be alive. Like of all times to be alive, it's right now. You're living it. All right. Let's see. It's only 9 o'clock. God damn. Why'd I have to finish the news so fast? Let's see here. A lot of price metals. I think metals ended up getting price target raises. So let's go take a why am I blanking on metals here? We did see Tough Built Industries reports earnings today. 3.5 million in Q2 2022 sales through Amazon, up 20%. It's a great stock. We have a real flying car, but not like Tesla. Lillian, oh, this guy's not capping. This man really's got a oh, it's a fan page. Okay, that's okay. We'll still follow it. All right. Let's see. What did we get? Yeah, so we got Rivian got a equal weight $30 price target by Wells Fargo. I feel like that means it's gonna dump. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go take a look at the cues really quickly before we go any further. So we got a
ABDX, Avid Exchange, launching end-to-end purchase to pay integration for Acumatica.
all right. So the one thing that I can see here already,
Victor Delta X-ray.
I think everybody's probably seeing this, but we're right there. So we're basically at either at or under that trend line. And just like Facebook, of course, if this one ends up moving to the upside, you can watch for Meta to move along for that gap fill. That's 294.90. If I'm watching cues, it would probably be above 294 to take that 295 gap fill. But then to the downside, and we talked about this level last week, we've got 292.75. And going back right here, you can see just a little bit of consolidation and then a retest before breaking, bouncing out. And then we've got a bounce right here. So I'm looking at 292.75, 292.50 in this range, and then a drop down to what is our S1 pivot point, and that's 291. And then from there, and please don't. This is if you guys go pay attention to the price action here, it takes a minute, and we know that we have CPI data coming out, and I guess I can kind of throw this out really quick.
Yeah, what?
What, dude? I thought for just a split second that Charlie left his mic on. I couldn't.
You're gonna compare me to that eight?
You sounded a little muffled when you came in.
Hold it down. That's not
Oh no. But let's see. So we don't really have any data today. So but tomorrow we've got NFIB, which is whatever. But then the 13th, of course. It would be kind of cool if it was Friday the 13th. The CPI come out. price target increases when Tesla was 500 above.
Oh, Netflix.
Shorting Netflix was
That was the play.
that was the play. What else were you supposed to be doing with your time?
But my most vivid memory is that I don't know if you remember. Yeah, you traded that with me. I don't know if you remember. Netflix has had earnings the day before,
Yes.
and it was a presidential inauguration, and there was the only thing moving.
That's facts.
And
Well, I hope Manny says Meta, but we'll see what his watch list is today.
no, it's just Tesla. That meta cut is funny because you
You
can
can
see
see
it
it
on
on
the
the
stock
stock
in
in
pre-market
pre-market.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
compared to like Apple, a firm like Meta's gap is like, yo, who hurt you, buddy?
Yeah, man. I mean that, and the thing is, and I said this last week, like even while all stocks were moving in the tech sector, like Meta was lagging, and then it like took off, and yeah, then it took off, and everything that it did was just 2 seconds behind. So it's kind of unusual. Um,
I was feeling horrible last week, dude.
so
Horrible.
somebody said this in the TikTok, and it reminded me because it's a thought that like people, I know that like I get bearish as a joke, but like I am ultimately very bearish on, and I have a good reason on Meta. And I mean, first of all, yes, you've got competitor VRs. You already have a tarnished name. No matter what you did, change it or not, you're still Mark Zuckerberg. Um,
Yeah.
and then the cost or the expense of this VR venture hasn't. I don't care what anybody says. Has not been successful. They are downgrading employees. He even just basically set another series of rules that are supposed to squeeze out the weak, which I don't know who he thinks he's talking to, because I don't think he could punch through 2 plies of toilet paper. But yeah, he's trying to clamp down and force people out. So with that being said, it just seems like things are kind of spiraling out of control. The only things that I speculate could drive liquidity, not necessarily I don't see value rising permanently on Meta, is if TikTok ends up getting banned, which probably shouldn't say that on TikTok, but you know what it is.
I agree.
That would be something.
Something.
By the
By
way,
the way,
guys,
guys,
there's
there's
I
I
just
just
did
did
some
some
mental
mental
math.
math.
The
The
contracts
contracts
for
for
800,
800,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
be
be
too
too
expensive.
expensive.
So
So
look
look
at
at
830s
830s
and
and
850s
850s
as
as
well
well
for
for
Tesla.
Tesla.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
put
put
a
a
fucking
fucking
eight thousand
$8,000
dollar trade
trade
for
for
no
no
reason
reason
on
on
low
low
volume.
volume. And it's
Oh,
be a boring day to say the least.
it's Monday, dude. I'm not expecting greatness today, but the only thing that we have is a lack of data. But um, I was even reading about it this morning. I would expect market participants to be, as it's worded, hesitant to maybe even just get involved today. So, especially with CPI coming around the corner, so you could see some jerky movement. But yeah, I'm not super pumped for today. Yeah, no, we are not at our bottom. Uh, if this is the bottom, then
I
Yeah,
want to
I
see
see
the
the
top.
top. All right,
yeah.
that
That was
was
funny.
40 minutes ago, I guess.
No, I didn't even. I'm in my own train of thought. Sorry.
Yeah, I
I
have
have
read
read
in
in
a
a
couple
couple
of
places.
places.
My
By
some
some
analysts
analysts
as
as
well,
well,
they've
they've
said
said
that
that
this
this
could
could
be,
be,
it
it
could
could
be.
be.
They're
They're
not
not
saying
saying
it
it
is,
is,
but
but
this
this
could
could
be
be
a
a
bottom.
bottom. Uh,
I
I
just
just
leave
leave
my
my
last
last
word.
word alive.
I
I
rather
rather
not
not
make
make
a
a
statement
statement
that
that
I'm
I'm
not
not
a
a
hundred
hundred
percent
percent
sure
sure
or
or
that
that
I've
I've
digested
digested
as
as
that
that
one.
one.
I
I
have
have
too
too
many
many
things
things
going
going
on
on
at
at
the
the
moment.
moment.
So
So
I
I
have,
have,
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
see
see
how
how
this
this
country
country
performs.
performs.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
see
see
the
the
demise
demise
of
of
El
El
Salvador.
Salvador.
No
No
disrespect
disrespect
to
to
anybody
anybody
that's
that's
from
from
there.
there.
I
I
just
just
don't
don't
like
like
your
your
president.
president.
and then
Be
yeah,
specific.
to see how this crypto experiment pretty much ends. That's my main focus at the moment. I want to see how El Salvador ends because I don't understand. I don't want to worry that shit.
Ultimately, that's gonna cause a chain reaction.
No, dude. Oh, speaking of chain reaction, you saw what happened to Sri Lanka this weekend?
I didn't see the. Oh yeah, I did see the. They took the.
Like,
Yeah,
that's the first. That's the first of many, dude.
dude. They took the president's house, and they were.
They partied, bro.
Dude,
Shit.
dude hopped on a military craft and jetted off to somewhere else. Yeah.
And then,
If you guys are needing me to,
you're live. I don't want to say some certain things.
if you guys are on TikTok, you guys can hit the link in the bio. I'm live on YouTube. It's gonna be a little bit easier right now. I got this janky set up while I wait for this phone stand to get in here, but
JP, more or less, what's what's the outlook over there? New government or is it the man for themselves? But this is the first of many. Though I think the one that's going to be the craziest one is so okay. Let me go back. I have a friend of mine that's actually from there. He's currently in El Salvador right now. And I called him. He's over there. I called him on Instagram, so I don't have to pay a higher phone bill. And I was like, yo, like, how is it? He literally said it like that. It's there's more rounds, there's more this, there's more that. People are already sort of used to the payment with BTC. So yeah, to him, there's nothing wrong. Like that's sort of normal. You know, the people are open. They gotta be entertained while you can spread the whole country behind the back. Oh shit! Okay. One of the worst people to owe money to are those. Where is that's crazy. Yeah, China will probably put, somebody that they believe is more towards CCP, so use and whatnot. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, they become investors, but for knowing them, they want everything. Uh, that is wow. Yeah, that is wild, man. So wild.
what happened?
A new world order. Wow, that's an end.
You know what? Though, the more you think about humans, the more you think about the inevitability of this. Like, I mean, shit, we wrote our own prophecy, so I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, man, I hope you're able to get him those visas and get them out of there. Because no, I trust me. I saw most of the things, and once the country gets to that point that is that much of a protest, like, well, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
They raided the central bank. You saw? Did you see that video? I saw the video. It'd be a shame if we would have did the same here.
You know, it'd be a shame if we held. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop
Oh,
because I'm about to go. In the 2001, yeah, that country is wild.
Jesus.
Short meta, you got it. Maybe not right now though.
I have friends that are trying to figure out how to trade USD versus I think it was the Pakistan currency. They're saying it was like a rip or something out. I didn't even give a stop to it. I was like, nope.
Listen, if you meow one more time, Rogue,
Rogan too
You're
hungry.
hungry?
Yeah, of course.
Damn, bro, hack your team, man.
Come here. Please, please stop.
Yo, that's road, right? I thought it was a cat outside. I was rushed outside.
Dude, what type of cat meow is that, bro? Hypersonic cat meow through the walls.
I don't know. It's all because I have to speakers up.
Oh,
Like their voice is coming like a computer speaking. It's very loud.
very good.
Those of you guys that were in my class on box and rejects, and you guys sort of have my setup and sort of how I trade. A lot of stocks are just hanging around the 20 and 5-10 cloud on the hourly. And most of those stocks are also pinned on the daily against either the 20s or 50s. Keep that in mind, at least today. Today is a good day to, again, just be patient. The same thing we did on Friday with Tesla. Let's be patient, let our level come, let our level hold, and let's buy the dip. I know sometimes, we get that break and then we see it's only 3 minutes left on the candle. We freak out. We're like, yeah, we're going to miss it. You've got to control those emotions, right? If you miss it, tomorrow there will be another trade. That's it, right? Don't FOMO. Don't be like these people now buying real estate. Everybody now buying real estate are FOMO buyers.
Oh my
They're
God,
bad enough.
dude. Those are the people that we're gonna see. And no, if anybody's out there buying real estate, I'm sure you're doing well. But yeah, I hope you're. But I hope you're hedged. But I mean, at the end of the day, like we know what's coming. Like if you go look at the chart, oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my God.
the
FOMO
FOMO.
buying in houses is probably nuts, and it comes from people learning like that guy's method. What's his name? I don't
Michael
even know his method.
Michael Burry's probably walking around his house like
Yeah,
like
really
Roku,
into,
like Roku, dude. Like Roku in your leg. Just
That's true.
that's
But no,
It's absolutely like wow, dude. And it's
it's
true.
true.
You got
People
people
that
that
do
do like
like
that
that
Burr
Burr
method,
method,
right?
right?
So
So
you got a property, you
you
spend
spend
6
6 months,
let's
let's
say
say
six,
six,
seven,
seven,
eight
eight
months
months
remodeling
remodeling
your
your
property,
property,
or
or
you're
you're
still
still
paying
paying
that,
that,
that
that
your
your
mortgage,
mortgage,
right?
right?
And
And
then
then
never
never
change.
change.
You're
You're paying
paying mortgage,
mortgage,
and
and
then
then
you're
you're
spending
spending
money
money
on
on
contractors
contractors
and
on
this
this
and
and
that.
that.
And
And
you're
then
just
people
like,
are like,
nah,
no,
I'll
I'm
do it
doing it
myself.
myself.
Okay,
Okay,
but
buddy,
you do
do
it
it
yourself.
yourself.
But
But
that's
that's
your
your
time
time
and
and
your
your
body
body
that
that
you're
you're
destroying.
destroying.
I was just gonna say like
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole other thing.
there's not a lot of like thing like I besides AC literally like there's not a lot of things that I can't do as far as housing is concerned. I'm not going to be pouring a foundation or anything like that, but um
Well, you gotta pay some guy to do
but
that, and that
but
guy's not gonna charge you $2.
well, I don't know how to do that, but at the end of the day, like even though I know how to do all the like drywall, I'm not doing that. I mean, like, but you've been holding on to it for a few years. So if you're repairing it while you live in it, that's a whole different story. If you're buying a house and then saying to yourself, "I'm gonna fix this thing up to flip it to sell it," like, all right, see you in 2 years and in debt. Like that's like
There's a house. I don't even showed you guys. There's a house here by
right
my house.
now.
The guy bought the house for like 405 grand. Mind you, I bought my house for 420, and my house was basically everything redone inside. That house has nothing, and it's a
It's a
two
two
in
in
one.
one.
Yeah,
Eric,
two
two
in
in
one.
one.
What does that even mean?
So
So
Your house is
the guy
attached
bought
to
the house for
somebody's?
like 405 grand. He
he
remodeled it, and it's currently on the open market for
for
658.
658.
Good heavens.
Dude,
Dude,
it's
it's
nuts.
nuts.
It's
It's
absolutely
absolutely
nuts.
nuts.
No,
No,
it's
it's
a
a
house.
house.
It's
It's
like
like
an
an
actual
actual
house.
house.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if
you
you
guys
guys
know
know
the
the
Miami
Miami
area.
area.
It's
It's
like
like
not
not
that
that
far
far
from
from
Coral
Coral
Gables.
Gables.
Like
Like
Coral
Coral
Gables
Gables
is
is
right
right
there.
there.
I
I
live
live
close
close
to
to
it.
it.
Like
Like
I
I
can
can
see
see
the
the
beginning
beginning
of
of
Coral
Coral
Gables.
Gables.
But
But
still,
still,
you
you
can't
can't
be
be
putting
putting
Coral
Coral
Gables
Gable
prices
prices
when
when
you're
you're
not
not
in
in
that
that
that city
city
line
line
or any
army
of
of
that.
that.
And
It's
absolutely
absolutely it's a
right,
right,
dude.
dude. It's
Crazy.
crazy.
And
And
then
then
you
you
find
find
houses
houses
that
that
are
are
decent.
decent.
Then
Then
they
they
want
want
like
like 500
500 grand
grand
for
for
it.
it.
And
And
then
then
when
when
you
you
look
look
at
at
the
the
kid,
kid,
you
you
gotta
gotta
do
do
the
the
whole
whole
kitchen,
kitchen,
you
you
gotta
gotta
do
do
this,
this,
you
you
gotta
gotta
do
do
that.
that. Bro, it's no. And
Uh,
other thing people keep forgetting are the interest rates. Ah, just watch it burn. I keep watching it burn. It's funny.
dude, the minion thing is out of control, dude. It's out of
I haven't
control.
even seen the movie. I was gonna go.
Dude,
I didn't.
dude, it's just they're taking advantage of the schema thing. The I think I've talked about that before. It's like it's like a phenomenon where like things with big eyes and big foreheads and like flat colors like tend to like spark or trigger our like cute response.
If you got a fat forehead, big eyes, and your skin tone is flat, it might be the
Yeah,
time.
but if you're an adult, that's not gonna fly. But if you're that's basically a baby, like baby. It's like called baby schema. And it's like we tend like baby Yoda. Like that thing move. Yeah, they move units on that thing. Taking advantage of that.
Disney saved their quarters off that guy.
Yeah, yeah, literally, that dude. Bro, that Yoda, that they, who is that? I forget where I even got that from, but I know no one made that, and they were like, yeah, that's it. That's the one we're gonna put in the movie.
Bro, the dog. What is the dog?
I am on YouTube. Yep.
Right? The original move prop.
What?
Hello, baby Yoda. Like the dog was super expensive.
Yeah, I'm sure. Probably crazy expensive. Bro, stop. I buy you the finest cat food in all the land, and you're chewing on plastic.
Damn it.
No, Rocco this morning
The walking, I guess he didn't aim right with his leg. So he's in the couch.
I see you have an Acer. Can I show my setup really quick? Sure. There you go. And then there's my cat.
If you want, get a vertical monitor, just get an LG 32-inch and just, flip it vertically. I could order here where I forgot. It's broke.
Yeah, broke.
Yeah.
Hand of God.
That's why we turned, dude. Congrats.
They said, hey, listen, guys. We're gonna leave my cat alone. All right. There's one rule here, and you leave Rogue alone. She's been to Arctic weather and she had to adapt. All right. She was cold, and she also lived at grandma's house. I was, I'm not ashamed, but like, I did when I was what 20 or 19, I did a year in jail, and she stayed at grandma's house, and pretty much we've never been able to kick those pounds. Those are I don't know what type of food. That was that glue food. Bro, you gotta put me out at me though. This man said that cat is huge. What? Come on. Go outside. All right, no, you're not.
We're going to buy a whole computer setup. Dude, I wish I could understand what that everything said there, but I don't. We have an IT guy. Hold on.
Oh yeah, dude, I have no idea what any of that means. I just bought the things that he told me were good. What happened? What happened to all bodies are beautiful? I never said that. I'm just kidding. Holly Biscotti. I like that name. I see you have an Acer. Yeah, that's actually like one of my monitors from like way back. I just use it. That's the one that like streams are on and stuff like that. What did I go to jail for? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. I went to jail for a joint when I was 19. A half of one for a year. South Georgia. All right. Well, I've got let's see, we got 6 minutes. Moo should be unlocked tomorrow since I got a new bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie?
Wells.
Oh my god, where's Atlas? Where is Atlas?
It's nearest to me, dude. I had to.
Diana said the same thing, bro. She's like, it's right in the corner. I'm like, and doesn't mean it's better.
I'm looking to get my time back, all right? It's nothing personal.
No, dude, you're wilding, bro. Bro. That's it.
All right.
Line there. There's a thin line, man.
Yeah, fuck that. Wells, dude, I would not even like for free.
Not even for free.
Not even for free. They can give me a
Credit card with zero interest. They can give me an account with no fees, and I will not.
What about 2% interest?
No, just I would rather go to Morgan Stanley.
Whatever, man.
That
You know who I played golf with last night? Myself. Myself. Tiger. Woo. Myself. You know why?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
Okay, we'll play later. I think.
Top shelf. Top shelf. Can I send you an Oculus, please? And you can play golf.
I would love to play VR
No.
golf with
No, you're not invited anymore. I'm just kidding.
now I'm inviting myself. I would
Private lobby. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be lit though.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It's digital golf, dude. We can bet on it. I tried to put 30 on a nine hole and Manny wouldn't do it. Played with Tiger.
So, to go back, guys, 800
Yes.
850s, sorry, 800, 830s, and 850s. Those are the
Strikes
strikes
I'm
I'm
watching for
Tesla.
Tesla. I'm watching for that 765 build and hold. If it just rips, it is what it is. I don't know how else to say that out loud, but no FOMO. You know, you guys take whatever you want. If you want to follow my trade, that's fine. But just remember what we did Friday. Just be patient. You don't gotta trade right at the opening as well. Just be patient. But meaning, don't be a little gorilla that like just doesn't have nothing to do. You know, just be patient. Like, you have something to do.
Guys, if I'm going to be slamming hotkeys today, remember Meta strictly above 168.25, and then looking for a rejection there as well, and then below once and I'm actually going to move this down a little bit just for because we're there, but it's going to be right around 166.16 or 166.15 that we may end up seeing that bounce since we're basically on that level going into the bell. The video calls, yeah, you do that. I'm not gonna do that right now. No video calls for me today. Yes, I am watching Tesla. If Meta does break above that 168.25, I'm gonna slap the probably gonna go at the 160. I'll go 170 strike for the gap fill here. So those likely will go in the money. And then I'll get out at 170.25. And then to the downside, probably looking at I mean, I have a PT of a 165 and then possibly even 164, but I think 165 may be my best bet here as well. Probably going to be a little bit pricey. Quick and in and out. If you are, and just to put everything into perspective, it is Monday, it is CPI, and this is a range that we can stay in right around here. So I'm not looking for any just like immediate breaks or dumps to the downside, y'all. Like we have a lack of data here, if you will. So definitely a crazy wick there.
AC unit delivered. I was expecting tomorrow. Maybe just slow when your pants get the rest.
What?
I don't know, bro. I'm about to let it rain. The car just started. Whee!
All right, there's the bell. You've got bell.
751, 750. I'm pretty sure Tesla will probably hold it. Close to 20 days.
There's a yield Meta sitting right there at 166.20.
My favorite, you gotta squeeze out all the swingers.
Look at the bounce. Look at the bounce.
March valve. They're trying to reclaim it. Wow, they pushed that 750 hard.
Hard. Oh, that was, dude, that was textbook.
They're reclaiming it now.
Dude, I had Tesla going down to 730 below 743.55, and a step down to 737, and then 733.86. If it does, right now it bounced really nicely. Five-minute bounce. How many time we got? 3 minutes and 36. Allie.
That SPY's building Tesla's bouncing. You're gonna probably see Tesla take off.
What do we got? The cues. Cues are being weird, but I'm thinking I'm gonna grab Meta early. Why are 170s so pumped? Dude, wow, the volume on 170s is negative. People dipped out from those. So look at that rejection, guys. Look at that rejection right off of 167.50, just like we talked about.
Good morning.
Well, hello.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, it's going great. Except Gary told me what new bank he has.
Nope. Why do you have to do that? We're having a great open.
Really?
Oh no.
Well,
It's right by my house. I have to.
It's Tesla guys. We're gonna probably start seeing movement here.
I'm in a bank wasteland.
why did you do this to me?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're delayed. Why you do this to me?
Yeah, I bet Twitter's probably getting squeezed. That's what I was talking about, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, you know it's super easy right now? Not trading. Because we got a plan. We're sticking to it. Going light and Atlas style. I read that wrong from the corner of my eye. D-whack.
I need the cues to get it with SPY because I'm seeing the Dow and SPY super green, but the cues are diving.
All right, guys, I'm lining up Meta here. Now. I'm probably gonna go with this week's lining up Meta doesn't mean taking it. It just means lining it up.
Give it Soderbergh a tape.
You say Garrett showed up on the tape? No. Look at it hold. Gross. All right, setting it up right now. Looking at the 166 shit. Fuck, that spiked down on me. Fuck. All right. Oh, come on, Phil. Oh, no. Anybody get it? Damn. Fuck.
Yeah, they're wild in the Tesla.
Oh my God. Okay. I got filled on that little stall right there. 160 strikes. Holy shit, bro. They are dumping Meta. This one's gonna slam down into 164.24, guys. Don't FOMO in if you're not in. I got a late entry. I shouldn't have let that go through. I should have canceled that. But we'll. Oh my God, dude. 5-minute. Damn. So we're getting close to S3, guys. If we lose S3, that's bad for Meta.
Yo, Amazon's
All right,
hard.
yeah.
Amazon too. Tesla's getting like hammered, dude.
Below 164, there's another move down to 163.12. That's the next move. If you can add into that, wow, this selling pressure is strong.
Wow, dude.
Dude, I got filled late on Meta and I'm still doing okay.
You're meta. Versus for 10 a.m.
Hey, just don't say those words. Don't say that yet. Just say red candle things. Okay? There we go. There we go. We'll see. Did you have an exit point or anything like that? Looking for a candle close below this 164. So far, right now, dragging behind me. If we bounce back above 164.50, I'm probably going to go ahead and vacate what I got. I'm not up a ton because I got a really late fill. I was looking to fill below 166 right into here, but that the bids fucking flew in.
Tesla's trying to hold 740.
Yeah, dude, this is a sketchy area right here. Sellers are still pushing down though. 5-minute candle close, super bearish, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. We're right here, y'all. There it is, 163.94, and now 163.80. Anybody in Meta with me? Out 50% now. Holy shit, dude. Nope, no fill. Okay, there we go. I'm filled now.
Marked down to 740. There's a fat bid size right there. It's about 8,000 shares.
Guys, if we candle close back up above this, no good. Sorry.
No, that's 740 level on Tesla.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten a look at QQQ. QQQ's got a gap all the way to 288.75. If that goes down, if we fall here, which we're already really below, we're at 290. We lose that 290. We got 288.5. That will drive Meta down likely to its 162.37. I'm still in. There's no reason to cut right now. No reason to be nervous. Nothing's happened. Right now, we're currently at a point of control.
Right. I'm watching.
That's money, dude. You guys obviously can cut the calls on QQQ.
Wait for the selling pressure to slow down. I think we're gonna start seeing a slowdown on Tesla at least. Unless that guy was just a lead seller and he was just trying to spoof to get into an extra short. I get it 745.
Reload.
I hate those. They're the worst.
Let's go. Come on. Sorry. Take that, Zuckerberg. You weird looking bastard. Sorry. Don't make it personal.
No, dude, really? Like, don't make it personal, you weird looking bastard.
Sorry, to cure me.
Yeah, if you're watching this, Marky, I'm sorry. It's just business. See, why you gotta make that face? What happened after college? That's such a creepy smile. All right, there we go. All right, 75% of what I got, I'm getting out of right now as we move down. So it's easy to sell. Easy to sell. Easy to sell. Bounce levels coming up here. I'm using S4. That's 162.50 basically. But truthfully, Alex, I think it's 162.20. If you want to hold runners, this is where you do that now. We got a late fill and we still are slamming this one pretty well. Yuck.
it's weird that they're doing this. They shouldn't have done this. This would have made more sense if they rejected Tesla. If we would have tapped 788 or 790. But before Nightless, this doesn't complete that triple top. If you understand that.
Yo,
What?
that's money, dude. Put it on a cracker. AMD is literally just falling. I couldn't do anything. Oh no, it did it, y'all. Look at that.
That's finally exhaustion. Finally, let's see even
Gap down passes my trigger on meta.
945. Perfect. Not bad.
You got to add triggers below you. So if it moves too far, you got to have somewhere. Where's the next level that I can look for a break to the downside? All right, that's we bounced 162.50, guys. So if you want to go ahead and cut whatever runners that you have, if you're in weeklies, that doesn't mean that we're not going to go for a little bit of a retest here. I would imagine 163.80 is the first retest level, and then coming up right below that or above that is 164. I've got those runners. If it gives me another move down right here, I'll go ahead and take what I got. Does anyone have a picture of Angry Potter? Like me, angry? I don't think so. I have a picture of me in pain. Why does this make you laugh? Boosty, if you're asking that, man, it's probably, yeah, man. I see Tesla going all the way to 628.50.
Yeah, what happened? Who's in Tesla? Why?
Volsi, he swung calls. So Volsi, if you, yeah, you got two upside positions in two different things that can be, can definitely stir up a bit of a mess. All right, what are we looking at, everybody? That is not me. Hunt, you take that back, man. No, that is not me. All right, I can see a little bit of it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and take what I got out on Meta right here. It looks like we're gonna get a little bit of a bounce, but where you bounce is where you break. So watch below 162.50, and then there is a kind of a fake out area that's 162.20. Don't sleep on it. Watch for a break below 162.20 rather than just that whole number. And you can see right here, that is my rationale behind this is right here. So you can see a bunch of bounces off of this level.
If we continue to hold this selling pressure and recover a little bit for consolidation, I'm definitely going to be re-entering short again.
Sold Meta, swung a put. Nice job, Mojo. Watching AMD retest of 7750 rejection. I'm going heavy. All right, let's take a look. So, man, guys, this is dope. Look what the candle's closing. Remember we talked about 7650. So I could see you have 7715, basically same thing. Yes, 7715. You're looking at that level right there. There could be a 7744. I would watch this 5-minute candle close. If you do end up spilling anywhere below 7620, then you might end up getting the rest of that gap fill there. So if you traded Meta with us or you tried to, and you realize that scalping with your phone does not work, take that lesson and run with it, guys, because that is a lesson to, yes. I'm telling you, trying to get into something that somebody's signaling when they're, on a Robinhood app. Oh my God. Does anybody have the? Yeah.
I'll stop up. Right.
Yeah.
Somebody else scalp when your phone is virgin.
I do trade shares very rarely, not in this market.
He shorts them.
Exactly.
Is Dim on right now?
I'm not taking a trade. I'm just waiting
To see something. it just either eases or gives me an entry because red, there's no green to enter more red. And then red with no ease of selling pressure, there's no reason to enter long because you would submit a reversal. So it's waiting. No. This is yeah, you guys are tripping with what Gary looks like, dude.
Yo, y'all, look, I look like all of them. Apparently, I shapeshift in front of your eyes and become whoever, whatever Caucasian actor you wish. That guy looks really angry. Doesn't he turn into like a fleshy foot monster or something like that?
Yeah.
I gotta lie, I don't like that guy. Look at those eyes. Did who got there he is. Did who got into meta with us? Get a hands in the chat. All right. Take nice. Oh, you went light? Okay.
Wait, like my kind of light or like the light?
No, I didn't go light. He said he went light. Turtlicious. That's okay, Alex. That's okay. Don't trip on it. Yeah, don't trip on it. It's all good. We'll collect the next move, but yeah. So I mean, like I was able to grab 10, and obviously, you know that's a decent size. So what?
Hughes and Sai are trying to bottom off right now.
Yeah, I think this could be, and watch if you're looking at meta, if you're bouncing or watch meta 164.22. I could see 164.40 as well, but there's no picture of me angry. Why, Parallax? Yeah, there's no trade here. So, you know, Hunt, I can't see that GIF, but I see peanut butter lick hungry eating covered. And I think I'm just gonna pass on that. Click.
Oh my god, that's one later. Click on the GIF.
The tape, yes, the tape does help me decide on size. With this, I mean, honestly, my eyes were like spinning watching Meta's tape, like at the bell, right when we hit that rejection.
1030.
I actually struggled. I was struggling to keep up, because that thing was moving, dude. Where are we at on the cues, guys? That's where we need to. Oh yeah. Oh, 50% of the gap. Why is this? Why? No, it did it all the whole gap. The cues just filled a gap. That's why we're not lushing. But yo, oh, okay. Wow, we talked about this morning. 282.50 on the cues, guys. I think I might end up taking a little put action here, below our current low at the moment. I might add. Does anyone still have Q puts? I'm not cutting those until
God, there is no ease of selling pressure on Tesla. Dear God, squeeze out of their conditions.
Mandy, look at this. Look at what Parallax just posted.
Well, man, give me an ease of pressure. Like, give some green so it can be shorted. Give something. Don't just wash it. That was about 30 minutes of washing out. What a fucking day. What a Monday.
hard. I never want to see you post anything where I'm just written here again.
LOL.
Posted, dude, it's the best team ever.
Getting beat the hell up on Q-puts? What do you talk about? Why? What's happening?
No more. Worst soccer team in history.
Maybe I'll face swap. But I can't because like I look like Anakin. Apparently. I mean, that's what I've been told. There's the cues. Hey. Listen. Listen. I'm gonna hold these. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna hold these. I'll see you at 286. Goodbye. You got mail.
You got that.
You lost market share.
My God.
It's just wild to see this, dude. And there are decently nice bids on the tape on Tesla, and they're just getting flushed and flushed and flushed.
Y'all, the risk to reward closest to this bounce level is 162.14, and we're at 162.80. Not shorting it.
Guys, Rody is in
So-
silver calls. He posted in the swing signals.
Those are cheap.
Small accounts.
Wow, there's the guy I wanted to see.
What?
Oh, I found him, dude. Yeah, they're gonna bounce Tesla. That was a big ass order. That's the type of orders pop up.
All right. I think we'll bounce here in just a second.
Come on, Mr. Swoop. Don't you go away on me.
Yo, Tesla hit my target. Yeesh. Did anybody short that? Oh my God! Please tell me that they shorted Tesla. I will log off right now. Yeah, I think we're gonna bounce. Tesla just slammed into that support. There's no way, unless we just clean flush through, which that's at 720.
Well, Mr. Market Maker, come back. Stop, bro. Like, stop taking your order off the level 2, man. Put it back in. There it is.
Hunt, listen,
Oh, this guy, look at him.
Hunt. I need you to calm down. All right.
Yo, that guy is from the Bass Exchange, that dude, like, he's spoofing like 20,000 shares.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Let me say this to that DM. I don't know before the bell what everything is going to look like. And that feeling in my stomach that you all probably feel before you get into position, I feel it too. Like I get nervous. I start to overthink. But this is how I find I find something that I can rely on, and that's always going to be a point in which I have verified that buyers or sellers have stepped up. I just throw up once and you'll feel better. Just throw up once and feel better. I mean, that works too. I don't really have the setup for that, but I need some type of bar station. But having a stop, right? So this morning, and I'm just going to explain this while it kind of moves, because I do see a potential bounce here at 162, but so I'm not going to get in quite yet. But with this break below S2 this morning and moving below 66, it obviously blew past my entry, right? So in my mind, right, if it broke my entry, and I have, and we talked about this morning, I had targets at 164 and I had targets right here at 162. So all of these targets, and with the selling pressure that I saw, there is no reason to not take the trade. And what gives me the confidence, right, is knowing where I will cut, where I know I will cut. And that would have been the entry that I missed, right? So if that's where the seller, go ahead.
No.
If that's where the seller stepped up, right, and pushed it below, what do I talk about? I'm using other people's money. I'm using their money, right? Because if they get squeezed out, I got to go too. And so and yes, if I was in a 10 lot, I probably would have got clapped. Not bad, but enough to probably not, wait on it for a second. But at some point, right, you are either, and again, I got, it was just too fast, but you either a trader who waits for the move to happen, or you're a trader who gets in and then the move happens. And there's like a little bit in between. But yeah, so I had a second level, which is 165.50. We slammed or moved into that. So that was my bounce level. That was my and sometimes these things can be tough to find in real time, but you're only going to get good at it if you keep trying. So you have to keep setting those levels, finding, okay, if this is my entry, why is it my entry? And then if we break it, where am I going to cut? Because had it not broken, right, and had I gotten in here, I would have been using the median, which is around 167, as a stop loss, right? So if I know where I'm going to go or where I'm going to leave, then there's no issues. I should just take the trade. I'm not scared to lose. I'm not. I'm not. I've already done that a lot. You know what I mean? So like at some point, it's a leap of faith. At some you've done all the work, you've done all the preparation. You have to take the trade, and that's right. The more you stay in the kitchen, the better you handle the heat.
Just hit send, man. Just hit send.
This man's
Like, if you know
just
that
hit send.
if you know that 20-day on the hourly is a bounce indicator, when it reaches it and it holds it, right?
Just hit send.
Worst
Worst
thing
thing
that
that
happens,
happens, it breaks it, hit send.
Yep. You can't be in this. You can't be in this scared to lose money. You can be upset or frustrated that you did, but you got to get over it and keep it moving, as we all do. I mean, I just got last week was a tear. It was like a fever dream trying to trade meta, dude. It was awful, and I just came back 10 lotted meta, and that's my money now. Fuckerberg. Sorry. but but at the end of the day, it's tough to do it, but it only by doing the thing that you're scared to do are you going to get over it. It's just kind of how it works. So yeah, and if you're trade and here's where it gets really difficult. If you're trading on money that you can't afford to lose or that you have feelings for, right? Especially in the novice part of your trading, then that's going to be it's going to be harder to reason with your own logic and with your or abide by your own technical setup and logic, behind it. So.
Just shorts covering. Everybody that covered the I shorted tons now they're covering. That's why they're causing the tape to get spooked, and then the algorithms are setting. That's why you see the wicks, the form, and then oh, that's what we're seeing.
I don't know, holy cannoli. Right now, I I have a level right here at 163. So this is how I look at it, right? If it breaks above this level, then it's more than, but that means that buyers have cleared the level that shorts were pushing down, and then more than likely you're going to go to the next level, right? That would be 164. And then same story. So at some point, right, I go out here and I step up to the 15 and I look for a reversal, something to show me that there's a potential to go up. If you look at the 15-minute setup right now, and granted that we have 30 seconds left for meta, the same levels that we shorted are the same levels that we could potentially take to the upside, but those are still relatively far away, and price action is just bouncing. It's just a technical thing, right? Take a look at this. Remember that level I was just showing you on meta? See the 1, 2, 3, and then the tap there, and then that's where you just read 163.50. So what we can do, right, is we know that we have 162.15, and what's better, we building, or I'm about to go into caveman mode. We building or we not building? What better? What better? Building. Big rock go boom. So what we can look for, right, is since the longer it builds, the better. And that way we can take a more definitive position if it does break below 162. And so right now, you shouldn't just be watching. I'm not saying like you in particular, I'm just saying anybody looking to trade this, because obviously You want to see how it builds. And personally, I think it's building really high above what I have as its actual support. And so that being said, if it is building high, it could fake people out. And you're already seeing a little bit of that type of price action. Oh my God. So let's say right now, you want to short Meta right now, and I'm good for the day. I might take another short. The price action is a little slow. So right now, you want to short Meta, and you're looking at next week's contract.
Dude, it doesn't end, bro.
So you're looking at this break below 162, but you want to go ahead and get in early, and you want to set a stop. Where are sellers stepping up? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you can use that as if you're scaling in and you're looking for a break below 162, then you can scale in and use that same level as a stop, because what happens if you bounce above it, you're likely to go back up and re-squeeze. So I think we have a few more minutes until this candle.
Oh my God, that's
This is wild, dude.
Is Tesla still going? Oh my God. Oh my God. No way, dude. No way. Oh, come back.
wait, sorry, boy. No, the washout is the setup is beautiful. You know, it's just I can't. I'm sorry, it feels wrong for me to just short things when there's a lot of demand as we're making our way down. Right now, Tesla just reached the 510 cloud, and that's where the demand is really going to start showing itself.
Yeah, I was just gonna say between here and 710, it's that's the squeeze cheeks area. Below, I mean, honestly though, if you get below that mark, and really cruise below 700, that's it. Goodbye, bye, Elon.
But yeah, it's just
like I haven't taken a trade. I think today might be the first day I actually just close out.
Should I order? Maybe I can help drive this down. I can refund the test, cancel the order. Just tell them no.
But no, if you guys caught any of that downside on Tesla, major congrats.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job.
I have a reason why not to. It just it wouldn't make sense in my head
for me to go short.
I do the same thing. You guys have seen it happen. Sometimes it just goes and you miss an entire move, but it's better to be safe than sorry. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Yeah, you guys should be good. So you don't pay. So let's say you got into Meta right now. I'm just recapping on the same lesson because I'm obviously not signaling. Let's say you got into Meta right now. You're not panicking, right? Because you just scaled in lightly, and there is no emotion here. It is just cut it. It's just sell it. That's it. And you can go ahead and get the order ready. You can adjust the limit, so that way it sells quicker. Whatever you got to do, but you just don't. There's no reason to panic right now. I would watch for this 5-day moving average. If it gets anywhere around 164, that's where you could see one pop up, but I would watch for a rejection at that point.
Yo, I've been playing Clash of Clans on my phone. Like a little 8-bit.
Clash of Clans?
Yeah.
I couldn't even understand those words for a second.
Oh, there is something. I saw a screenshot of it. Yo, okay, yo, bro, you can't rank on how I look and you have no pictures of yourself as your profile pic.
Oh my God. Parallax, you just come in here to sexually harass me and roast Bidwhacker. Oh, Zebo's joke. Bungang.
Those guys are creepy, dude.
That's Manny after some Tito's.
Yeah.
Bags full of Buffalo hot wings.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Dear God, Lord, forgive me the trade.
All right. Well, It's 10 o'clock. Let's see if we get a reversal. Is anybody in anything they want me to take a look at? I play Clash of Clans. I do not, but that's okay. I want everybody to live their dreams. Yeah, the move happened. So I mean, I'm not really in. I'm not really looking to get in anything. And right now we're just kind of hovering above support. So, uh, ooh, so we've got 3740 on Roblox right now. You're almost breaking out of this little zone here. So set the level there. I'm gonna borrow this, set the level there. So this little zone right here. So I'd be careful about trying to short it. You can see on the 5, it's showing a little bit of a lagging price action here, some tighter candles. So watch for a little bit of a bounce retest of maybe 3850 before either A, rejecting, or B, maybe possibly moving back up to the upside there. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I would be good hourly candle close, rejection off the pivot point. And then another leg down, I would venture to guess you're gonna find yourself in the $35 range. So this was my meta chart last night. Based on what you're saying, is it still take to trade? Take this trade even though my triggers were hit. All those Haas balls. Yeah. So this is my meta. Let's see here. No.
No,
No.
Promise you, my eyes were sweating and it was bright.
That's not what I'm saying necessarily. So now those triggers are irrelevant, right? Now you need to go set those up to the downside, right? That's what you need to move all of that analysis down, because what's going to likely happen is we're going to see a little bit of consolidation. I do see further downside for sure. This is a repetitive price action around this level. We did bounce like off of a 162. So you just need to set levels or set targets to the downside that you can essentially set up the same trade there. So like I have below 162, I have a drop down to around 160 even. And I think that looking at the 5-minute, you could even look for rejections like off of 164.24. But this is one of those, because the biggest move of the day has already happened, is definitely worth it to scale in. But use pre-market as price action. So again, 162, it looks like S5 is at 160.50. Yep. So you can either scale in once you see. So watch, look at that. Do you guys see that right there? Look at the night. What did I say on the 5? Exactly what just happened. Wow, nuts. 9-day moving average got to 164, and then we saw the pop up. We just saw the rejection that we were looking for. Candle closed below here, and you could start looking for a leg in maybe at 162.82. But again, if you're using weeklies, you have to make sure that you're within your risk. But it doesn't look terrible to set up a trade to the downside. But because of the timing, it's always best to add expiration. Dude is a legit wizard. Oh, thanks, man. I wish I made that happen, but I didn't. That's just time in the market, though. That's just not timing the market, but time in the market. I was a little bit of timing. I kind of did.
Hey, can
Oh my God. Yeah, he does.
Joe, he's on fire today, bro. For someone with a high profile pick, he has a lot of jokes, man.
He woke up on the end of his bed, not even the wrong side.
He woke up on a comedy mood today.
You spoke it into existence. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Right now we're opening up above that 9-day moving average. So let's look for a for sure rejection here, or if you break above that 164.30, there's a good chance that you could see a little bit of retracement action. So it may be that it's just out of it's done being tradable right now. So quit trading to be a stand-up comedian. You don't have to quit trading to be a stand-up comedian.
Doing both.
Yeah, I'm gonna do also. I trade so that I can do all the things that I want to do. Not like all of them. Hotter jokes. I'm only funny when I'm on Tito's.
The Tito's.
I just got a ribbon flip on Visa. Holy shit. What the hell is even that? Oh, that they're gonna sink that shit so hard. Oh my gosh. So many lines.
I've seen Amazon run on Prime Day. Yeah, it's been a long time. I think maybe a couple of Prime Days already.
Am I the only one who thought Tito's was tequila? That's why comedy clubs have 2 drink minimums. Yeah, so that people are funnier. I've done improv. I'm pretty good at improv. What am
That's the best thing about it.
That's racist. What? No, I didn't say that. Somebody in the Discord said they thought Tito's was tequila. What are we buying today? Some peace of mind. Ooh, meta. Was it improv when you tenderly held me in your arms? No, that was just acting. Boom, roasted. No, I'm not playing Amazon for Prime Day. Absolutely not. You know what market makers here, when they see a bunch of people posting about trading the same thing because of a social event, start salivating, sometimes even just seizing on the floor.
They could be. See that 15-minute
pin that it's trying to make. It looks
it's like the easing of selling pressure, just by the volume on the last 3 bars you can see.
Yeah.
The question is, can we replace 725, try to go down, hold it, and then move into our 730s and see what we do against our 90 and range. Remember, our moving averages are our momentum indicators. So till we're above the 9, momentum is still towards the downside.
It took femurs to the upside and then was up like 250.
We've not been here for this long in a while.
Look at Tesla recovering. Everything's recovering. Yo, people will get squeezed the F out if they pull shit back up today. I don't think they will. Tesla 730.
Do you have my layout? Like, do you have my chart layout? Okay.
Why, Robert, what was the theory on the upside move? He, yeah, we didn't get any candle closes. Were you legging into something? All right. Well, I
I'm getting a call. Hold on. Shit.
It's me. Wow, this market's moving like pond water now. Look at the rejection on Meta. Oh my gosh. It's almost like somebody's watching my chart. Row this live. Do what? What are you talking about? Oh, oh, gotcha. Okay, I was lost. Can I recap what I saw on Meta to take it to the downside? Yes, I would love to. Absolutely love to. So this morning when we discussed Meta, and if you go in the Discord in my channel, there was one level above us, two levels above us that I wanted to take for the upside, right? And so if there are levels above us that we need to break, there are also levels that we can look for rejections on. And that's initially what we saw from Meta was a move to the upside and a rejection off of one of the key levels that I set of 167.50. From that point, right, because we had such a big gap down, it lines up for a gap and go over 2%, and you can usually just continue to move in that direction. So that's two, right? So we got the rejection there, and then secondly, there's this range, right, that we talked about between 168.25 and 166. So I just had the plan. I knew that based on all of this consolidation here, if you step back, you can see this was a huge level for us to bounce off of, and not only to break past. You can also see here on June 21st, this was a rejection point as well. Heavy bounces along this area. This is also where we see some wicks, et cetera, et cetera. So, oh my God. My dude. The lighting for that fits. It sucks. But anyway, so we saw a really nice rejection, right? Now I did move down to the 3 minute, and that's where the tape speeds up. Those bids start stacking up, and it almost is hard to read. It just starts moving so fast. And that's where now fast, when you see fast tape, you're usually having you not usually you are having bigger volume, right? Because that means more participants for the most part. We have the sentiment too here this morning that didn't really help anything. So all of that being said, pushing and then looking as if we're going to close, and with that type of volume, I just go ahead and get into that trade. Just one last layering of icing here is the Qs ended up rejecting and not being able to hold, and this level's just a little bit off. It's right here. It's 292.85, and you can see multiple bounces off of it here, consolidation off of it here, and then going back, you can see heavy consolidation under that level as well. So all that being said, the Qs rejecting their level and moving down to their support, which they have done, 291.38, it seemed only sensible to take that trade. If you are struggling with taking these trades or just taking trades, period, a lot of the times, if you, and this is a personal perspective, right? Because this is just how I've done things. But you need to size down. So, because you're probably scared that you're going to, end up using more of your account that you're not supposed to. But if you have to size down or have multiple accounts, so that way you're not trading and putting that cash at risk, you can do so as well. But again, knowing if you have a level to break and it breaks past your level, right? Because you either get in above or you get in below. And if you get in below, you risk the bounce and the close above that level. And then if you get in above, you risk the bounce. That's the risk. You have to take it. You have to take that risk and know that if it does bounce and it breaks above that level, that you just cut, right? And this is because I'm trading weeklies. I'm obviously focusing on the lower time frame and setting levels there. Um, so, uh, oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, and again, what? Oh, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be dope. All right, let's take a look at. Okay, so right now, that's bearish. I will tell you right now that it is highly likely that you are building something. I don't know what you're building yet. It's too early to tell, but it's probably going to fake you out. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm not exactly sure again where that's at. Watch for maybe something like this. So maybe a little bit of a bounce around 288.44, but um, if you're on YouTube, you guys, we do have. I just want to let you guys know. Yeah, it's really hard to. I have to watch Twitter, or not Twitter, YouTube, Discord, my phone, and TikTok, all while trading. So during the beginning of the day, if I can't catch your guys' requests or questions or anything like that, I really do apologize. It is best if you guys want to have your comments or just interact with it, you guys can check out the trial. It's on our website. The link is in the bio, or if you guys don't see it there, it's in the Discord. But it's just going to be a little bit easier for interaction. So I don't think we break here, guys. I think we bounce. I think we bounce, and I think we go up one more time. If you see a rejection, watch for a spike down on the Qs and a continuation to the downside. So again, if you want to just start scale, you can scale into something, or you can just wait for the higher probability setup to do exactly that, which is setup. So. Don't let teaching kind of both, but it's hybrid. Japan's economy does not give a fuck about expect. Yeah, dude. Straight up. That shotgun that he got taken out with, man. If you're having FOMO, it's all right, man. I'm a little sassy that I got that I Meta was fine. I made bank on Meta, but we already know that I would have made more on Tesla. But who cares? I just made a nice amount of money in a very short amount of time. Feelings are gross on Tesla. Ouch. So I got my AMD from rejection of 76.50 and reverse to my stop loss. All right. Robert, so with what like and of course like I would say I'm more focused right now when I was addressing AMD on like scalp type, like energy, but everything is building. Everything is setting up, probably building for power hour. And the move, I mean, we just got really a whole day's move in just a short amount of time. So it's honestly a toss up at the moment on whether or not we're going to see any solid retest or movement to the upside. I don't think that you did anything wrong. It just the setup is ranging wider than what was originally set for. So right now it looks like the range is 76.85 rather than 76.50. And that was this original wick from the bounce. And then the candle closes over here. But because AMD is still looking like this, it probably is best to just wait since you didn't catch the initial move. So just got here. What did I miss? Everything. All we're slow now, so. I think right now whatever's happening is to steal your money. So again, um, it's your money. But all right, guys, it is 10:30. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off and meet with a couple people here. And then I'll be back on if I see anything. But I have a feeling this is probably gonna last till around 11. And again, there is a range set here for us, and I'm going to let that range do what it needs to do. Okay, so right now the range is at 164.25, and then the median here is at 163 even, and then the bottom is at 162.30. This range is off limits for me. So whatever it builds doesn't matter. It needs to break out definitively in either direction. There is possible retest of 165 to the upside above 164.28. If you see profit there that you could possibly secure, go for it. That still wouldn't necessarily be enough for so 165 would be 50% of this 15-minute candle in its entirety. So I have usually a 50% mark of anything. If you lose 50% of it, then you're probably going to continue moving up from there. Or if you build on top of 165, then you're likely to do that. So anyway, good morning. Continuing to hold those cues. If you feel like you want to take profit, go for it. I'm going to continue to hold them. I may even grab a little bit of a hedge, but this is my own little ordeal. Gonna be charting a couple of small account stocks. We're gonna be looking at things like Apple. We're gonna keep Meta on the watch list. It's probably gonna be one of those things where we have to do swing trades on it. And then we'll probably add things like AMD, SMH, Qs, et cetera. So, alrighty. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are on YouTube.
Oh, dude, you're getting off the.
Just got off the phone.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's okay.
No,
I was gonna break down
My trade in case anybody.
I'm hurt. No, I'm shutting down YouTube right now, and I'm gonna hop off.